call on me. You can 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 call on me.
Oh yeah, this beat hot.
You can call on me.
Yo, what's going on, man? Another episode of the Big Homie's House. You got your homie in the building, Big Homie Kodaq. We got a special guest in the building, Miss Rain.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
We're not doing Ruby Rain no more. That's over with. That's your alter ego. We can curse here. You know, this is the chill part of the show.
Yeah. So, Ruby Rain is going to always be.
Is that like an alter ego?
She is. She's a character.
She's a character?
She is.
How? Okay, so give the people that's not familiar with you a background on Ruby Rain.
Okay, so I started in nightlife here in Atlanta.
Nah, nightlife is the radio version. You should strip. You should show that.
No. So I did
Booty
not.
hole.
Let's go down. Let's go down the timeline now. Hold on.
Where are we gonna start?
We're gonna start at 17 years old. Club Miami. Some other very influential people who are in radio now gave me a chance.
We can name
The
names.
Dirty Boys.
The Dirty Boys. Shout out to my dog E.T. Cali.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were promoting Club Miami on Buford Highway.
And what year was this?
We were juniors in high school.
What?
Yes. So here's why parents getting your kid a car.
So you were in the Atlanta nightlife scene in high school?
Yes. This is why getting your child a car and a driver's license at 16 is maybe not. So I had a curfew, right? So my curfew was 12 p.m. My mother said, if you're at home by 12 p.m., okay, cool. So I had a car.
12 a.m.?
Yeah, 12 a.m. Sorry. And so they were promoting a Friday night. And if you could get people to come to the club and use your name, then on your guest, or they were on your guest list, you got paid a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Everybody that showed up.
Yeah, keep talking.
So I worked at the mall, worked at Greenbrier Mall, and I would take the flyers to all my customers and pass them out and say, hey, I'm going to be at this party. And people would come. They would come and use my name. And so I got paid for every person that came to the door. And so that was the start of me understanding, like, okay, this is money. And I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was make sure you use my flyer, use my name, and then at the end of the night, I would get paid. Or the next day on Saturday. And then that led me into seeing the bottle girls in the club when I would do the promotion. So I was like, wait, they're very pretty. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so at 19, I started doing bottle service. Which I was really good at.
Yeah.
Bottle service for me was very lucrative. And then I went on to be head waitresses. And then I worked at, a series of nightclubs.
Yeah.
And then after college, yes, I decided to become an adult entertainer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I guess what was that life like for you? I feel like we only hear about like the pros and everything, the glitz and the glamour of like, but you ain't even give a real job a chance out of high school. You just said, fuck it, I'm about to. My first time seeing, all right, it's crazy. My first time seeing you was in the studio. With Black Youngster they had Twerk Tuesdays up. It wasn't in this building. Let me say that. Yeah. It was up here, but it wasn't up here. It was this station, but
right. That's what I was saying. I was trying to keep iHeartRadio out of it. That's why I bring up music, but
that's an old regime.
Yeah,
that's an old regime.
Okay,
but so that was my first time seeing you in it, and like, how was that life for you?
So there are pros and cons. So you bring up that situation, that radio interview I did.
I still got that video, by the way.
Most people, making $700 in about 15 minutes.
That'll change a nigga.
Because
I remember at one point when I was working at View 3, I was making $400 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it is an enticing thing to do because especially if you can do it at the level in which I was privileged to do it at. I don't take it for granted that I had certain opportunities and connections that led me to be in places where I made an exorbitant amount of money. It's ridiculous. It makes you a little delusional.
You were talking about that on the radio.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you say it makes so you said Atlanta nightlife makes women delusional?
Yeah.
How?
Because making $700 in 15 minutes is crazy.
So you saying it kind of skews your idea of what reality is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That is And what did I make $700 for? To do a radio interview and talk to a rapper? Come on. Like, that's, but that was the reality at the time that I lived, and it actually was a thing. But it does not translate into everyday life.
Yeah. And that I feel like is where this, this thought process of a lot of women in Atlanta, they had that, oh man, you can't give me $1,500 right now?
Right.
Oh, broke ass nigga.
Right.
Most people can't give you $1,500 out of their pocket right now.
Most people don't have $1,500 in their savings in a year.
Most people don't have $1,500 in their checkings, fucking savings. Most people don't be having savings.
Yes.
They save in their shoebox or some shit like that, and it's still $75 in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does. So Atlanta nightlife makes women delusional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So do you think that contributes to a lot of the issues I guess both genders are having when it comes to dating?
Absolutely. But conversation isn't had, right? So I talked about corrective behavior. There is no corrective behavior when someone says something absolutely crazy. So
what's corrective behavior?
Ma'am, you're delusional.
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Ma'am, you're delusional.
Ma'am. But I feel like
Miss, you're delusional.
But I feel like it's so many people in the city that kind of do that same thing. It's kind of like they form their own little ecosystem or tribe to where instead of just one person being delusional, now it's like 50. But in context, it's 50 out of like 4 million people.
So believe it or not, I don't, there is a subset of women that feel like having female friends is toxic. And, unfortunately, they live that. But I and my friend group, when we find information, we share it with each other. And so if one of us understands something, then we bring it back to the group, and then that infiltrates and it infects how they think and how they feel. So if I'm dealing with someone, a man says, that's a little delusional, Ashley. Let's bring it back to reality. And
so how do you tell a woman that she's delusional?
Just say it.
Okay, there's people think that their delusion is really just them manifesting now.
No.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
What's the difference between delusion and manifesting? As a woman.
How much work are you putting in? How much are you investing back into him? Like, if this is his mission and this is his goal, what social capital do you have to invest into this person so that they can get where they need to be so you can have the things that you're asking for? So
do you think a woman can't ask for stuff like that? Like, she shouldn't be asking for anything like that if she can't reciprocate it?
Reciprocation in what way? My reciprocation is my social capital. My network, my community, my ability to...
But you can pour into his situation with your own resources.
Yes.
So I'm saying if a woman's asking for all this, but she's really just you ask her, I hate when people say this, but like they say, what do you bring to the table? And then she's like, oh, well, I can be, I could cook, I can be...
No. Those are all good qualities to have. Social capital is going to be your best investment. What doors can you walk him through that he can't walk through on his own?
So social capital over being a homemaker.
No, you can do both.
No, I mean, like, well, sometimes it is. You got to pick one or the other. Like, as a guy, I'm telling you, as a guy, sometimes you do have to pick one or the other. Like, I kind of like these two women, but this, like, she look real good, but she don't really do much, but she look good too. But she don't look as good as her. So you got to kind of got to pick. Do you want this girl that can help you in your career and your life, or you want this girl that just look good?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a vanity issue that a man has to decide.
How is it vanity?
Because you just talked about looks.
Yes, it does revolve around looks.
That's vanity.
I can honestly talking to the mic.
That's vanity.
I can honestly say, as a guy, I've had a situation recently, like not recently as in like the past few days or weeks, but like earlier this year, where I had a situation to where I had this girl, I was talking to two, just dating around, trying to figure out the best fit. And I had one girl that was like really professional. She was like, had her shit together, amazing, like engineer. But the other girl ass was bigger. So I kind of feel bad, and I feel like I fucked up that situation because it's stupid. Like, you lost this good girl over not having as much ass.
Vanity.
That's vanity?
Vanity.
So was I wrong in that situation?
Yeah, and this is 2023. If you wanted to have a bigger butt.
I could have got her a bigger butt. Huh? I like I like the natural booties, but at I don't care.
Listen,
ass shots.
You don't
organic,
be knowing the difference.
Yeah, I don't
know
care. I'm not one of those guys that'll be like.
You think you do?
I don't care.
No, I'm just saying. And to the general public, men think they do. Y'all
they
don't
think
be
they
knowing.
care.
No, they think they know. They don't be knowing.
Oh, I've seen so many guys online be like, I see like a girl will post a picture like huge stupid cakes, and then niggas will be in the comments like, "But is it real though?"
You don't really care.
That shit don't matter. Fellas, I'm looking in this camera and telling you,
it don't matter.
That shit do not matter.
As long as it is not. If she's gotten massages, and it's soft and pliable, durable. I'm talking
about like real deal. It look good.
Yeah, you would know.
I feel like
trust me,
but I do feel like
from
also that's like the male ego kind of trying to like humble a woman in that moment. Like, yeah, you look good, but your booty is
y'all
fake.
are always wanting to humble us in one way or another.
How?
Yeah,
see, you just...
I can explain it. Because we're pretty. And it is...
intimidating?
I don't want to say intimidating, but your natural reactions to not wanting to fall or fall for an attractive woman. I don't know. It's very much a double-edged sword. If you're a very attractive woman, the way you deal with men has to be very careful because they see you and they're attracted to you. But there's almost a little scent of resentment because they're attracted to you.
What you mean by that? You said they resent you for being attracted to you?
A little bit. It is the idea that you are going to be able to influence. No. I don't even think y'all be thinking about other men. You're going to be able to influence how I feel and what I do because I like you.
Shouldn't that be the case though? Like if I like somebody, shouldn't she be able to
but
kind of influence my life a little bit?
But if she's extremely attractive, there's a little resentment there. I don't know why.
I don't think so, but I do have.
I do. Lived experience.
This is what you're going through?
This is what I've gone through, yeah.
Okay. So I do have a question. As somebody who's attractive and somebody who's made a lot of money in the city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Do you think men are intimidated by you? Like, are men intimidated by women with a bag?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because I've seen a lot of women say, oh, he don't want a woman that make more than him. I love women that make their own money.
I don't think they're intimidated by it. I think that you making that the forefront of who you are just is not attractive.
Oh, so making money. So it's not making the money. It's making the money your personality. Yeah. That's what's unattractive.
Yes.
I agree with that.
I don't like. Now, there are some men that, you know, they invite you out and then say you're like at the Home Depot and you in your little, you know, your everyday car.
Yeah.
You know, so you might have two cars. So you have two cars. You have a car that you just drive around. It's a little Honda, and then you have a car that you made.
Got a little bullshit car.
Yeah, and then you got right. And so he invites you on a date. This is where conversation and communication comes in. He invites you on a date, and then he invites you to Houston's. Very nice, right? So you drive your other car, wanting to show up, dressed up, pretty, your makeup done, and then there is a lack of communication where he interprets one thing and you interpret another thing. I think that's a lot of where the issue comes.
A lack of communication in regards to what?
To how he feels with him seeing you in the Mercedes or the BMW or whatever.
So you think you have to communicate, like, the fact that you have a nice car to him?
If he saw you in a Honda, maybe.
Why? To protect his ego?
A little bit, yeah.
So you feel like if you make more than the guy, you got to protect his ego as a woman?
I don't know if I might not make more than him. He might make more than me, but he just didn't know I owned a Mercedes or that I got short-term rental property, whatever. Yeah.
I don't like that shit. Don't matter to me. Like what car she drives, like because I've seen women pull up in a Benz or like a nice ass Jeep. Like I don't care.
It shouldn't, but it can.
But I also
and we should just be aware of it. We should just be aware of it.
I got another like dating life question for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a guy should go on a date if he has to date on a budget?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody deserves companionship or some level of intimacy or friendship. You know, nobody should be isolated because they're on a budget.
No. I'm not saying they need to be isolated, but I do understand there are some women that are okay with one level of dating, right?
Yeah.
They may be okay with walking to the park or going to a cereal bar or something like that. That's cool. But a lot of times the guys that should focus on doing those things want the bitch that's going to require a lot more. And then they're going to try to shame her. Like, say if a guy want to talk to you. I don't know what your dating preferences are. I'm just going to hypothetically for the situation.
Yeah.
Like, say you like going to top-of-the-line restaurants. You want to go to a Fogo de Chao. You want to go to an SDK. You want to go to a steak. Yeah, Nobu, Atlanta Steak Market, stuff like that. Well, another guy may see you and be like, well, I only got $75. Would you date that guy?
So we that was a lot. So if you, first of all, that goes back to vanity. If you are seeking a certain kind of woman and you know that this is your butt, why not just go for a woman that is?
They don't want the women.
But why not?
Vanity. The woman
that's something that the man has to figure out for himself. Why are you chasing the girl, the top girl at Magic City?
Well, everybody wants that. Talk to the camera. Talk to the
But why? Why do you want the 25-year-old top girl at Magic City or Blue Flame or the realtor who is selling? Why do you want that young lady? You need to ask yourself that question. And
I can tell you why, because she got that big fat wagon ass booty.
Okay.
And every man want it.
But that's not incumbent upon us to fix that. That's for y'all to do.
I agree, but I feel like a lot of times people do want what's out of their realm. Not just when it comes to dating, but like in life in general. Like there are people that stay off Edgewood, you know, that want that condo in Midtown. But everybody ain't gonna put that work to get there.
Okay.
And I feel like, for me, I feel like a lot of women are attainable, but you just have to know what you can do at a certain time and what she wants. You can't try to shame her out of her standards.
And I agree. That's what I'm saying. So, but why do you want that girl?
Because she's fine as fuck. Everybody wants her. Everybody wants her. Everybody wants her. It's the same for women though, because women will. But it's more likely for women to come up in that situation. But a woman
they're gonna say no. We don't. No, we're not. So we realize, okay, we might want that person, but he's going to be no. We're more realistic on that.
Absolutely
point.
Not.
Yeah, yes,
women have the most unrealistic dating standards of all time.
No.
Are you kidding me?
When I'm not saying that dating standards, what I'm saying is we realize when we meet somebody that is going to be
You just said y'all are delusional. Yes, y'all are delusional. It's a woman right now.
That's a small percentage of us.
It's a woman right now working at the Waffle House that thinks she could pull a little baby.
Nah.
Cap.
Maybe the local, the D-boy down the street, but the big homie in the street,
no,
not little baby.
You don't think it's a fine ass woman in a Waffle House that thinks she can pull a little baby?
Absolutely not.
Cap. Cap.
Not little baby. She might have aspirations
and then it's like this shit wicked. Like because I've seen it. Like I've seen women shoot they shot at me and like, come on, miss. Come on, man. You know this shit don't even look right. But every woman think that they qualify for a good dude. And I can't be a good dude to everybody.
Okay, but
and I don't want to be a good dude to everybody.
Fine, but go back to corrective behavior though.
Corrective behavior.
So you tell the lady, ma'am,
Miss Mama,
respectfully. That's fine. So now it's on her brain.
You can't do no shit like that without her thinking you an asshole.
No.
Absolutely not.
Why?
She gonna think you an asshole.
Why can't you voice your opinion?
Because as a man, we cannot. That's the bigger society. Niggas is not supposed to talk. We can't complain about shit.
Says who? Who's stopping you?
Society. How many times you call a nigga sassy?
Never.
Never. So if a nigga can express himself to you,
yeah,
without feeling judged.
Absolutely. I need you to. I need you to express yourself to me so you can trust
every
me.
woman not like that.
Yeah, you need to express yourself to me so you can. I know you trust me.
Every woman is not like that.
And I need you to trust me because you're the more dominant, bigger sex.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means that.
What does that have to do with trust?
Everything. Because at any given moment, there is no situation where I can assert dominance over a man physically. I need you to be able to express yourself to me and be vulnerable with me so you can trust me, so I can rely on the fact that
he not gonna punch you in your shit. Okay, I can see that. But at the same time, nigga can't express himself. That's why a lot.
Yes, he can.
They can't.
I need you
most
to.
Women,
because I need to. That you just laid it out very clearly. You are always at a position of dominance over me, so I need to understand that you care about me and you're willing to be vulnerable with me, so I can trust in the fact that I can rely on you not doing something that I cannot, control. Yeah. That absolutely, I need you to be that way with me.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you. But most women do not offer niggas a safe space to be vulnerable in that situation.
Then you're putting yourself in a detriment.
Most niggas exist in a detriment, and there is no.
But you are not. How are you ever safe in that situation?
We not safe, but we are the shield. Men are the shield. There is no safe space for a man.
That's not true.
As a man, I'm telling you that because it's a lot of shit that if we don't do it, it's not gonna get done. If we are the people that got to go out.
Do you delegate the task?
Delegate what task? The only task it's some tasks you can't even delegate.
Why not?
You can't delegate protection. You can't delegate provisions.
Yeah, you can.
Those are the.
You can put her in position. You can put her in position.
That's cap. That is cap. You cannot.
I'm living truth of it.
Are you single? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, that is what I'm saying. You cannot delegate those positions because of okay. Say a guy did delegate provisions, right? We're gonna provide for the household together. We're gonna provide for the household together.
Put her in position.
How many women are gonna be okay with that? We just splitting. All right, you do this, I do this. You pay this month of the rent. You pay this half of the rent.
Did you put me in position where my income is residual?
How can I put
Hold on. Did you put me in position where my income is residual and I am still in a place to where I can take care of our children every day?
So I
don't care how much it is because it's all one pot anyway.
So I gotta. When you say put you in position, you mean what? Like you gotta make a position for you?
No.
Like a job?
No. What's a good example?
Create a job position or title for you?
No. Okay, so you have bought this house.
Uh-huh.
We live in this home with our family, and it's a nice house. And so I'm going to use this house to do media content now, or I'm going to use it to turn the basement into a daycare, and I can still do that from home, and that incorporates our kids because I'm watching children anyway. That put in position.
Okay. A lot of times
that's just examples, but
it takes an extraordinary man to even be in position to do that because a lot of niggas is workers.
Yeah.
How are you gonna put you in a position? Somebody got to put him in a position. It's not. I feel like I can do that, and I can barely do that. But I don't even right now. I would still have to create a salary to do that. Now I do know I have a platform that you can operate out of. How I can present you like I'd present like a label would present a rapper. Like this is somebody who the next up. Mm-hmm. I could do that. Everybody can't do that. Every man can't do that.
Okay, so then that's where compromise comes in. Because if you are in that position, then your partner is going to have to go out into the work field.
Yeah.
And so there are certain traditional things that you're not going to be able to expect from that person because they are actively contributing like you are.
Absolutely.
So there are tiers. There are a lot of tiers here. We're talking about men who are able to put a woman in a position to work out of their platform or their abilities, and then they bring that back to the family. That's fine. That's a top tier man, like you said. Then there are a working class man where you're going to understand and accept that your partner is going to have a little bit more leverage because she is contributing as much as you do because you have to. We live in America.
Yeah.
And we're not even in a city where, we're getting there. Atlanta's getting there. But we're not even in a top tier city where rent is and inflation is crazy. But
it's crazy. It's crazy to us.
To us, because we're native. Yeah, to us, this is wild. But right outside this office is wild.
Yeah.
But you need $65,000 as a single person to live decently in Atlanta.
So do you think more? Because again, we were talking about that delusion earlier with a lot of women in the city because they have either they've seen it or they've experienced it or they've seen it from their friends and family. So do you think like more women in Atlanta should be open to going 50-50? Like, is that more realistic for a traditional relationship in 2023?
I think so.
Because like inflation, we're facing record inflation.
So, yeah, I think so. I'm never going to pay a mortgage or rent in a relationship. We live together. That's just a cornerstone. But I think after that, you all can work around how to take care of the other responsibilities.
Okay.
And I think that a man should always just be cognizant of small little things.
Like what?
Like, maybe you bring home some flowers. Maybe you send some flowers to her. Maybe you say...
And this is a household where y'all splitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's a Saturday, y'all haven't been out in a while, and you just like, it's a new restaurant that's opened up. I think I'm going to take her there. Or she keeps talking about this pair of shoes or this whatever. You
know what I think the biggest issue is? Yeah. Don't nobody want to be regular. Nobody wants to live a regular life. Nobody wants to...
Oh, but see, and this is where...
The conversations...
Once you think that opulence and a lifestyle is really what you want, and after you have it for a while, you'll realize that actually day-to-day, everyday communication and regular lifestyle is much more happier, conducive, sustainable, all of that. Like, you...
But no, that's what I was saying. Like, a lot of times people they don't want to live that regular life. And... That's why when I do see women online with that type of mindset, it's like 100% of your personality is based on money. To me, money's not even fucking real. We apply value to this shit. Mm-hmm. So you have made this fake shit, imaginary currency, your entire personality, but you want me to think that you really in it for love? A lot of women not in it for love. And I get that because, again, I understand the concept of it. Niggas is struggling right now. When I say niggas, I don't mean just dudes. Men and women right now are struggling. And they need help. So the jobs that used to take care of the bills is only taking care of a quarter of them now.
Yeah, but y'all also, okay, and that's fair. But there is no grace with men. See, we have a certain amount of humility that we give opportunity. Y'all go through one struggle with one woman and it is complete, like,
because it's not just go ahead.
You have to find some grace for us like we have it for you. If you need the interdependent relationship that y'all say that y'all want, there is no grace. It's still men today like this. We laugh about it, but like the first girl that broke my heart when I was 15, and I never trusted. What? That's insane. If women thought like that, we would be.
Because you talk about the first girl, he's on girl 30 that did the same thing. So
what do you think women go through?
Women,
we have grace.
We
have empathy.
The difference is a guy will run into a woman that he thinks is really genuine. The whole time she run a game. Niggas not that good at lying. The signs be there. The signs be there.
Yeah, we're a little smarter than y'all.
Yeah, y'all better at finessing. Niggas is not that good at finessing. A nigga cannot do that. No, he gonna show his hand every time. He gonna get impatient and he gonna just say some shit. You know what was up. But women see the red flags and they look like green flags, look like Six Flags. You see red, you see green, it's time to go. You be like, oh shit, this about to be fun the whole time. You knew that nigga wasn't shit. You knew he wasn't shit. That's why when I hear women say this shit online, like, oh, he just changed out of no. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You just paying attention to the shit you was ignoring before. Am I wrong? Just tell me I'm wrong.
You're absolutely correct.
All right, so ladies, when y'all be like, oh, he changed out. No, he did not change out of nowhere. The flags, the signs were there. You didn't want to see that shit. Now, it's women are patient. Women really conniving. conniving. Y'all will play the long game on a nigga to get the smallest amount of shit. I've had women run off after a nigga pay for some food. You don't got $20. Now you gone, damn, bitch.
Okay.
And I feel like that. Now I feel like my discernment is bad. Like, how did I let this bum around me?
Okay. So, men have a physical advantage.
Yeah.
And we had to have, God is a very, his sense of humor is amazing. So we had to have some kind of advantage.
I see what you're saying. So since y'all can't beat us up, y'all just gonna finesse us. Is that not abuse? Is that not abuse?
Manipulation.
What's worse, physical or mental abuse, Rain?
Manipulation is a woman's strong point.
So is that abuse? I do.
Nothing tops being physically abused. Like
Stop.
No. I'm just it is.
It's both bad. So
it is both bad, but
one is just
putting your hands on somebody is just
no.
like crazy.
Putting your hands on somebody, that's just physical. You gonna have physical abuses. But that nigga that got hurt and when he was 15 years old is still dealing with that mental abuse.
Why though is the question?
Because it hurts. That's like saying move on from a broke leg. It's the same thing.
It will heal. I broke my wrist when I was in 8th grade. When we was 8th grade at party, I broke my wrist. It's healed. It's fine.
That was, some people have permanent scars from that shit. And mental abuse leaves permanent. Mental abuse is low-key worse than physical.
Are you?
That shit
that's what y'all. No.
You just said the physical heal.
Yeah.
You just said that.
Yeah. Your mental can heal.
No,
too.
it don't.
You have to work on it.
No,
you have to work on it.
Niggas ain't doing. So we got to, in addition to all the trauma that we have just on being niggas, we got to deal with the trauma from our women as well.
We do.
Damn.
We do it.
Y'all gonna just beat us up mentally, huh? Just beat us the fuck up. I'm gonna say yes.
It's not intentional.
Mental abuse is worse than physical abuse.
I'm not standing on that.
I stand on that. You don't got to stand on that. I'm gonna stand on
you
that.
Stepping.
I'm stepping.
It's not.
Let's talk about this nightlife.
Yes.
Let's talk about this nightlife and your transitions.
Okay.
What's going on? So what clicked? Because we were talking earlier about how like the pros and everything like that, but what had to happen to you mentally, and what were kind of the setbacks that you faced?
I was on my way out of the club in 2019. Just
keep it a stack.
Yeah, I just it is a young girl's game. It's not a long-term thing. I always knew that, and I just didn't. That was just not. That wasn't the path I wanted to be on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But then COVID happened.
Got you. So the club shut down.
No.
Did they?
No. We live in Atlanta.
I don't go to the club, so
right. No. COVID happened, and Memorial Day weekend of COVID, there was a party.
Wait,
so you was
partying? You was partying?
No, I was not
COVID.
partying. Oh, no, I was working during COVID. I was not partying.
Same thing. Your work is to party.
Wait, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So there was a party Memorial weekend, and I made about $3,500.
$3,500?
It's on World Star because the whole country is shut down, but we Atlanta, we were gonna find a way to make one.
Okay.
CAU.
Yeah.
I got $3,500, and then a week later, our governor did not shut our state down, and so a club that I worked at opened back up in June, and it was crazy. And once COVID was over and it slowed down, I just was like, okay, it's time. I just woke up and I just didn't go back.
So what, I guess, were kind of the setbacks that lifestyle had on you?
So you're able to do what you want when you want every day. And so time management, being delusional.
Yeah.
Just kind of living day to day, doing what you want to do. It can be detrimental.
So what type of delusion are we speaking of from like people in the club?
What do you mean?
Like they're delusional as far as like who they are as like a person, or they're delusional about like where they are in life?
Where they are in life.
Yeah. So they think they're further along than they are?
Yeah.
Or, wow.
Because when you're able to wake up and say, you know what, I think I want to go have lunch in Miami, and then you just take a flight and go to Miami and have lunch, and then stay down there and work at a club down there, and then get on a flight and come back home the next day.
Mm-hmm.
That tends to lend to you having...
This is another question I have written down. I know you got to go, but let me get this one out. So I know, like, a lot of, like, where does sexual discipline rank as in importance for you?
Very high.
Very high? Very high. Okay.
Yeah, like, it's a necessity.
It's a necessity?
Absolutely.
So body counts matter to you?
Absolutely. If you're a stripper, your sexual discipline needs to be very high, because you are inundated with constant sexual attention, attraction, and you just cannot. Yeah, you can't just.
A lot of times women think body counts don't matter. That's why I asked you that.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, so you have to be very selective.
What's too many bodies for a guy for you? Like you meet a guy right now, 33 years old. How many bodies? And he say he got like 100 bodies. That's too many? Keep it a stick. 100 bodies.
Considering we're from Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta.
You started having sex. You started having sex at 14 or 15, which is, and then
when you started having sex, I started having sex at 17.
I said for males.
Oh, okay. Oh, males start having. I was just asking. I'm like, I ain't know.
For males. Mm. And that's another topic, too, that we don't get into. These women that were sleeping with 14, 13, 12-year-old little boys, and they were 16 and 17, that's molestation. That's a whole nother conversation about men that we need to get into. Black boys were molested as kids. Like, and that's when I meet men and they're like, yeah, I lost my virginity and she was 17 or she was my babysitter. I'd be like, she molested you. Yeah,
but that's why I said niggas can't really express no shit like that.
Yes, you can. No, say it to us. You can say it to us, and then we're gonna realize that she was abusive. That's disrespectful.
You see how like society views these stories of these, like, say these teachers that sleep with kids. Mm-hmm. When it's a woman that sleep with a little boy, they be
Mary
like,
Kay Turner went to prison.
That's one person. These motherfuckers is not.
No, these women going to prison.
Not getting time like that. Not like, but socially. Not talking about.
Y'all think it's acceptable
socially.
If you communicate. If a man communicates that to me and he says, my babysitter, I was 12 and she was 17, she was babysitting me and she slept with me, I'm gonna tell you she molested you.
Everybody not gonna say that.
Like, I'm gonna say that. Like,
it's not. Disgusting. Men are not viewed as being victims of sexual violence.
That's not true. Y'all don't give us the credit to be mature enough to decide. We know when it's. When it's. At this big age, they're a 25-year-old man I'm not having anything to do with. Not because I don't recognize you're a grown man and you might be on your business. You might be standing on whatever you're standing on. There is nothing mature-wise that we can... We're not on the same path.
Mm-hmm. No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're
saying. Not doing nothing with no 25-year-old man.
Nothing?
Nothing.
All right. But getting out the club, give the people some information on how they can get out these clubs. I know a lot of people there's a lot of women that's dance right now that think, that's why you see some of these women that are like in their late 30s and 40s, because I get it, sometimes the hard money is the fast money's hard to let go.
It is. And I've had to make a lot of transitions and a lot of accommodations for what I chose.
So you kind of had to rebudget?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Repurpose money, lifestyle, what's important.
Yeah.
All that.
I feel you.
And I'm glad I did. It's giving me a lot of clarity. A lot of girls do the retirement party thing. Absolutely not.
So you just walked out and never came back?
I woke up and that's it.
Oh, you just woke up and never, like, yeah, I am not feeling it.
That's it.
Retired.
That's it.
I feel it.
That's it. They do the retirement party thing. I don't knock it. I just knew that was never, because what am I retiring from?
The club.
Okay.
Shaking ass on a pole.
Okay.
I'm retiring.
I wasn't doing that.
I got you.
And part of it, I'll be, if I'm transparent, a part of it was a little bit of insecurity about what if I have to go back. I did have that thought.
Damn.
But I moved out of my condo, and I threw my bag away, and I was like, oh yeah, it's done.
Oh, so you kind of like, it's kind of like, I don't know, because I guess this is the equivalent of that. Like, after I quit teaching, I was like, let me make sure I can't go back to this moment. Like, but I've heard other people, like Uzi said, that's why he started getting face tats. And I feel like this is the first one, but I feel like if I do get a face tat, that's when I'm really like secure. You know? I feel like I'm secure. Like, there's nothing else. This is what I do for real. Yeah. So when I started
stepping out on that faith was scary because, like I said, the last year I danced. Never mind.
Be honest.
No, I can't.
The last year you danced what? Huh? What? You're not gonna
I ain't gonna do it.
What was it about?
Money.
Oh, the money? Oh. Yeah. It was a lot of money. You made 6 figures as a dancer? Yeah. It's none of my business.
I would say it. I really would, but
say it, I'll bleep it out.
No, you're not.
I ain't gonna bleep it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Last year I danced, I made about $175,000.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not bleeping that out. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm bleeping it out.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if they want to follow you and get your info on the dancing.
Yeah. Oh no.
Wait, not dancing. My bad. Transition to out of dancing. You do grant writing right now.
Yes. So I do short-term rental. I have a couple of Airbnbs.
You from Atlanta for real?
Yeah, I'm from the city. You know,
Airbnb it out.
I'm gonna find what was the song?
Yeah.
Get a what to trap it out.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, walk in your trap and take over your trap.
There you go. Me. Always been me. And so I do grant writing. I am passionate about helping women start their businesses. You know, you just have to take that first step. And me, it started because I realized I was a business. A business is something that has expenses and makes profit. And as an entertainer, as a dancer, that's exactly what I did. I paid a club an entry fee, and I had to bet on myself every night to make a profit off of what I spent. And I just turned that into businesses in other fields. And it's been favorable for me. So.
Got you. Okay. So you got her Instagram, put it in the beginning.
Yep.
Give it to him on time though.
RUBYREIGN_Ruby Rain at Instagram. That's my Instagram.
That's her Instagram. Mm-hmm. Ladies, if you're trying to get up out that club, I don't know, should that be like a stripper help hotline? Like to kind of help women transition? Because a lot of women want to do this but don't know how.
They have to let go of ego and not be
They have
ashamed.
To be taught to let go of the ego, though.
Yeah. I mean, life is a humbling thing in itself.
Yeah.
And I think it just came down to me being like, I don't know. It's just.
Fuck this shit. I'm over it. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And I think more women, if they just let it go and just let God come in and take over and see where he takes you.
God is in the strip club too, ladies. Atlanta, this is the big homie's house. Big homie Rain came and kicked it with your homie.
Absolutely.
A lot of good game on this episode, Atlanta. And we gone.